What's up, everybody? This is Johnny Basement, and we are back here in the basement for another review of the AFL. Round 4 today in the Good Friday match between the North Melbourne Kangaroos and the Carlton Blues. Roos versus Blues right here in the basement with you today. Please subscribe, hit that bell notice and the like button. Drop some comments down below where you will find also the link to this video down in the comments below so you can just watch the highlights without me yammering away from the great channel that I do get it from. So, guys, going into this game. Before we even get started, in memoriam, Bushwacker Butch. I'm a huge wrestling fan, guys. The Bushwackers were one of my favorite tag teams, even though they never won a tag team championship. How could they not give the Bushwackers a tag team championship? But Robert Miller, known as Bushwacker Butch, has passed away. He passed away just after WrestleMania. Apparently went into the hospital. I don't know if it's from medications. I don't know. Right up to the time of this video and before I even came on just now, still didn't get any updates on actually how he passed away. He was 78 years old. Big shout out to the Bushwackers, his family. Our prayers and thoughts are with you. Those aren't, it's not taken lightly by me. I was a humongous wrestling fan way back from WrestleMania 1 with Mr. T and Hulk Hogan. We grew up Mr. T fans where I was from, man. So that WrestleMania 1 and so on and forth, man. The Bushwackers were a big part of my childhood growing up. So was wrestling in general. So big shout out to the Bushwackers. Big shout out to his brother and his family. We're all remembering Bushwacker Butch today. So moving right along here. Now on a positive note, Good Friday match, I found out. North Melbourne would play the Western Bulldogs the last 2 years. The Western Bulldogs absolutely destroyed the Roos in the last 2 years. They brought in crowds of 28,000 and 30,000 respectively. They replaced the Western Bulldogs, who apparently weren't very happy about this, with the Carlton Blues. The Carlton Blues, playing the Roos today, brought in 48,000 fans. Over 48,000 fans today. 11.5 million raised for children's hospitals, Ronald McDonald House, charities going along those lines for the unfortunate, the sick, and the ill, and especially the children's hospitals, man. This is an incredible feat. This is what has to be done from players in the sports world. I love things like this because this is what it's all about. Forget the betting, forget who you're going for, forget what team. The sponsorship for this is exactly what it's about. Kids, illnesses, unfairness, what have you. Thank you to the two teams. Thank you to the AFL for doing such charities like this. They do this in the sports over here as well. I really love these kind of things because there's players out there. You are so important to the young kids out there that look up to you. There are players, now I don't know of any in the AFL yet because I'm very new to this, but there are players out there, I'm sure there are, that just say, hey, I played a sport. I'm not anybody's hero. I'm not anybody's example. They have parents for that. No, wrong. You are. You did sign up for that. Kids look up to sports players. I had my heroes. When I grew up, Walter Payton, Dave Winfield. Dave Winfield, the New York Yankees Hall of Famer. Walter Payton, Chicago Bears. These were my two heroes growing up. I worshiped the ground they walked on when I was a kid. These were my heroes. I couldn't wait. They took away anything I had going on in my day, which was like, school? Trust and believe my report cards never made the refrigerator. So, when I got to watch a New York Yankee game and say Big Dave Winfield out there playing for the Yankees or watching Walter Payton and his amazing running abilities as a running back, greatest of all time, these do have impacts. So the players getting involved and showing the charities and showing out there what this is all about. You did sign up for that role, whether you wanted to or not. There's a lot of responsibilities that go along with being a big-time sports hero. There are a lot of responsibilities. So you know what? It is more than just a paycheck. It is more than just showing up for the fans. It is more than just playing the game. You, whether you like it or not, are an example to the kids out there. You're their hero. This is big hero time. Good Friday event. I love it. And I love reading up on what the Good Friday event and the charities are for. 11.5 million raised is an amazing, insane amount of money to help out those in need and the families in need that may not have the insurance coverages or the help that they have that they really do need. Guys, we're going to move right into these highlights. Now, the Roos come in at 2-1. 2-1, but they just dumped Dumped their last game to the Hawthorn Hawks, who are by far the wooden spoon candidate, right? By far. Some of the Hawks fans that I've read throughout the comments, some of those fans didn't even think they'd win a game this year until the Kangaroos showed up. I think they beat them by 11 points or 19 points. I think it was 80-61, something like that, going off the top of my head. Carlton, on the other hand, is coming in, going for their best start since their premiership win in 1995 over the Cats, which I believe was an astounding, stomping 141-80 over the Geelong Cats. If I remember correctly, you guys know I take notes. I try to pride myself in not look at them because I'm very good at not looking at them in my own sports that I watch all the time. Even though I'm well-versed in those, I should give myself a break that I'm only 3 months into this thing and I should look at them, and I probably will. Anyway, in this game right here, there was big mismatches, especially with Harry McKay and Charlie Curnow. These two guys towered over the Kangaroos defense. Who were missing Logue. Logue had a bump that the tribunal found unacceptable, so he got suspended. He's been missing, and McKay was missing as well for the Roos. Harry McKay on the Carlton Blues, 4 goals, 16 disposals, and 1 behind. Harry, though, also had a couple of things in this game that hopefully these highlights show. I have not looked at them yet, but if you watch the game, he got the missed goal of the year candidate. Now, if anybody else can miss a goal as badly as McKay missed these, and these were bad. Remember, if you guys that have been on this journey with me, remember when I said, how can anybody be this close and miss? Because I hadn't seen it. Most players that I was watching, great goals, great marks, along those lines. Of course, no one's going to miss in those videos. But I couldn't imagine someone being, like, this close to the goal. This close. And missing. He missed the goal. He missed the behinds. He missed everything. It just went boom. Right straight down the row. And if anybody misses worse than that this season, I know we got a long way to go in the season. If anybody misses worse than that, God have mercy on your soul. Like that, this was bad. Like, how did you... I could have hit that. And you guys, if you didn't see my, when I picked my team video where I'm out there in the field with a Sharon trying to kick goals, watch that. You'll see the video. Go check it out. American picks his first AFL team. Go check it out. Guys, pathetic. So McKay got the missed goal of the year candidate, but again, 16 disposals, 4 goals. Charlie Curnow killed it with 6 goals himself and 16 disposals. Going back to so that's 10 goals between the two, which I believe they had 16 overall. Yeah, they had 16 overall. So Charlie Curnow had 6, McKay had 4. They were getting in each other's ways, guys. I watched the replay on the AFL app. Again, these games start way too early for me to be getting up at 3, 4 in the morning. So sometimes I do, but I haven't in the last couple of weeks. It's just too early. So I watch the replays when I do get up. Now, that being said, these two also look like they were getting in each other's way a lot. Like they were so excited to be down there all the time and getting inside the 50 and just dominating over their height over their young, small defensemen on the Roos. So we had 4 goals for McKay, 6 goals for Curnow. They probably would have had a heck of a lot more if they got out of each other's way. But man, what an incredible time they had out there. They were like a kid in a candy store, right? They were just grabbing at everything, kicking as many goals as they could. McKay again. There was one shot in there, and I don't know if they're going to show this on these videos, but he had a real cheap shot, real bump on Harry Sheezel. I hope I said that name right. On the Roos, like he came in with both arms and banged him right in the side of the head. After Harry had gotten rid of the ball. Sheezel, I'm hoping I'm saying his last name right. But his hit, he came in, had both his arms like this, so his forearms hit Sheezel right here. So I don't know if they have that in the highlights or not, but that was a real cheap shot, and I'm wondering to see if you guys had seen it, and if that's probably going to end up in the tribunal as well, if that's going to be punishable or not. But it was a real cheap shot, man. I think it was. But whatever the case, that was in there. I don't know if that's in the highlights, because I know from showing these highlights, they don't show a whole lot of that stuff. Not previously, anyway. But that's where we're at right now. These two guys looked like they were just like I said, a field day out there. So, in this game, before I'm about to start the highlights, but in this game, I just want to go over the box score briefly because I brought this up before. North Melbourne in the beginning really did take a lead here, 22-16. Now, they looked really good. They started the season 2-0, don't forget. They started the season 2-0, so they came out looking real good, up 22-16 at the end of the first quarter. The end of the second quarter, by halftime, they were up 38-36. 38-36 at the half. Now, here's what I said. How come it seems, now I'm sure it's not every game, but to me, how come it seems that there's one quarter, regardless of team, regardless of the game, regardless of whatever match you want to pull up, it always seems like there's one blowout quarter that separates the teams. One blowout quarter. The third quarter, the Blues scored 37-10 over the Roos. They scored 37 in that third quarter, and the Roos only scored 10. That is the difference in the game right there. There's always a difference in the game. Always. Always a difference in the game by one quarter. At the end of that quarter, it was 73-48. Come on. 73-48. What was that, 25-point lead now? Wow. Wow, just like that. So, but then the fourth quarter, the Roos came back and won that quarter 36-34. What happens? What happens? The Roos scored 11 goals, 18 behind, so they end up with 84 points, and 16 goals and 11 points for 107 for 11 behinds. End up with 107 for the Carlton Blues. What happens in these one quarters where teams just have lapse of memory, lapse of the game? I don't know. Well, let's get into this right now, guys. Let's get into the Good Friday matchup. And one last question. Why did they pull the Western Bulldogs out of this thing? Is it because the Carlton Blues bring a stronger crowd? Bring a stronger presence for such a great charity day like this? Is it for that reason that they were going to get bigger crowds? Because again, when the Western Bulldogs and North Melbourne played the last two seasons, there was 28,000 and 32. Carlton comes in this season, it's up to 48,000, 11.5 million for charity. So, is that why they pulled the Western Bulldogs? Because they smacked around the Roos in those two games as well. So, I'm just asking, is it because Carlton is by far the more popular team from what I've seen? It seems to be that way. Let me know if I'm wrong. You Aussies always know when I'm right and I'm wrong. You always let me know, and I freaking appreciate the mess out of that. Anyway, guys, let's get into these highlights right now.
15 seconds this afternoon. He's on fire. Gurno to deal with. Lovely hands around the corner. Suddenly, the Roos away. A chance.
Really thought his way through that situation there, and we just saw
2 goals at stake.
I'd like to see a video review every time it's close.
Yeah, they're getting their hands on their ball. The prime movers who weren't already getting some important touch. Be creative with that personnel. They're going to have to rely on the
good pass, man. See, I like that. Good
slowly. Takes his a little. And the Blues with methodology. What a difference. Look.
And I feel like the plays are a reflection of the mature side. They're happy to take them. They're not
Absolutely. Leadering's a key part of it. He was working up the
field. Good mark.
Gurno gets the opener.
From both players just to not waver as the contact was coming. Structurally, North Melbourne much better at setting the ground.
I love that. Good hand. See, I love the awareness on the field, man. That was a great hand pass right there. Look at this.
As the contact was coming.
This is common to you guys. To me, I'm still new to this thing. So when a guy's on the ground like that, has the awareness, boom, already knows where he's going with that ball. I love awareness on the field. I love it. Absolutely love it.
North Melbourne much
Look at
better
that. Right back to the turned around, found the guy. That's what I'm talking about.
6. Leadering and Newman. Threats from the outset, Zerha. Crashing packs, full-chested game.
From North Melbourne, just to that centre half-back part of the ground, they just keep
front.
One behind. See, you can't get those behinds.
For 2 goals, so Larky.
Quickly, has anybody ever won a game? I'm sure they have, but when's the last time a team has won a game where they had significantly more behinds than they had goals, but still won? Less goals, more behinds, but still won. Has that ever happened? Has that ever happened? Just asking.
He is a concern for North, and that is a real worry.
Back to Newman. Common over commit. Newman towards Hewitt. O'Brien blank now presents himself. Full stretch, not working his way through. Core.
He's still on the interchange. He's been warming up that hip on the bike as well, but he certainly looks...
Threads it through. Core works his way through traffic. Now a chance. Tucker, neat kick. This one, Fisher.
Beautiful. Oh, I love it. See, right on the fly.
Caught. Too much.
Right on the fly. It was great back pass.
Tall timber is.
To Sard. Floats the hand pass out in front of Hollands. He's caught by Simpkin.
Look at that. 22-16. North Melbourne's looking strong.
Cmon was hoping for a loose ball. Wasn't forthcoming until now. Gets there, but the whistle beats him.
Cunnington. Taylor knocked off it. Zerha, the high fin. Nord. Motlop forward. Pitnet is there. Mackay's there.
It's Mackay. I call him McKay. That's just where I'm from. It's Mackay, Harry Mackay. I'm calling him McKay. So there you go. I just learned something right there. See that, guys? Mackay. I call him McKay. I'm American. That's what we do. Not on purpose. That sounded bad, right? That sounded ignorant. No. Mackay. Well, I got it. Let's go.
Forward and Mackay with good concentration.
Happy to grab a heap of territory. Combin as Young and Pitnet.
He's down. He's not mucking around. Nothing he's done.
What a bomb shot.
Simpkin through the...
He booted the crap out of that. Look at that. What is he, about 60 meters out? He's got to be at least 60 meters out. Look at that shot. Even though it didn't go in.
Nothing he's done.
I love it.
Goldstein. Simpkin through the pack.
It's like a Hail Mary pass in the NFL.
O'Brien is caught. He's got Cripps. Works his way to the front on McDonald. Keeps it alive for O'Brien.
30, then 26 last week in round 3. Fly was from lucky. He doesn't look in position now. The Blues get ready to defend. Who's at the forward ball? Should work out for Curtis.
He present this time.
I'm not a Roos fan. But I got to admit, I like their Guernsey. I like the color of the blue and that kangaroo head on the front. I think that's cool, man. I'm tempted to get one. Even though I'm not a Roos fan, I'm tempted to get one. It's a pretty cool logo.
But they go. Hands to it. Mark almost completed by Taylor.
Larky's now. The Blues work it.
Now, see, there's nothing wrong with that. That's a question I got. Watch this.
Blues work it.
Now, see. Oh, I guess not. He's still in bounds. I thought he was way out of bounds when he hit him. See, that's NFL. That's NFL stuff in my head. Like, you can't touch anybody anymore in the NFL. So let me get that out of my head. I'm learning to get that crap out of my head. Forget it. Let's move on.
To Tucker. Left foot kick to Larky. McGovern. Nicely worked to Chung. He's just going to do off his thing towards Maul. It beats everyone so to the right.
Off the kick, Curnow, big...
Oh, Curnow! This dude's a monster, huh?
There's a fit. He goes to the pocket. Over the back, there's a free kick, and Curnow going to drop punts. With great pumped up blue.
Another goal.
Away, Pitnet. His kick tempted by Howe. Kicks to forward. Big play.
I feel like North's best opportunity are in these stop plays.
Stevenson.
Can he get it to ground? He does. That's a win. Young is caught.
Oh, he got him. A good wrap up there. That's it. Gang tackling. That's what you got to do.
Sharpshooters Mark Murphy and Boomer Harvey, the game's goal kicking challenge. Every goal they kick will be...
Zerha was about to jump and didn't. Larky gave it off to Zerha. Just a little bit off. There is Cripps. Zerha puts it towards the top of the square. Wietering needed to do.
Simpkin all over 15 touches each, and the top 3 possession winners for Carlton.
Crowd as we get close to half-time. In a tight tussle. Found the youngster in Hollands. Game 4. Here's Carlton.
Ends up behind.
Spies Phillips. Phillips for goal. Yeah!
Under pressure. Barrels the ball back towards the wing. Silvani pushed out of it.
To half forward. Coleman doesn't get out, Mark, but yet to...
38-36, North Melbourne at the half. Oh, yeah, that logo on the Roos, I love it. I love it. I'm tempted to get the Guernsey just because I think the color and the logo is incredible. Anyway, 38-36, North Melbourne. Then comes the quarter. Here comes the quarter. So in this quarter, North Melbourne's only going to score 10 points. 10. 1 goal and 4 behinds. That's it. That is it. What are they going to score? 37? 37. Carlton. 37. Let's see when this downfall begins. Let's see exactly when it starts, because I want to see and try to figure out what happens when you're this close in a game. And North Melbourne wasn't even picked to be that great of a team. I think they were picked as a wooden spoon candidate. I think they were at the beginning of the season when you look at the betting lines. I look at betting lines for all that stuff, tipping lines, to see what teams are going to be there, because that's really where it's at, right? And a lot of these teams were at the bottom. Hawthorn especially, North Melbourne, Essendon. These were teams that were supposed to be at the bottom fighting for that wooden spoon, which to this point, Hawthorn really looks like the worst team. But North Melbourne right now is playing. So let's see where it actually starts to begin.
So he can go short if he wants. Zerha's lurking deeper. Into the pocket is Larky.
18:30 left, 38-36. 39-36.
Zerha offend. Can he finish on his left? Zerha!
Boom! Goal! So North Melbourne's rolling. Look at this.
Bouncing ball inside 50 again. Here's the man.
Another behind.
Young.
Up by 10. 16-28.
Coming back into the...
I am going to follow this time because I want to know how these things happen in this sport. What happens? So we got 16-10 left in the third. 46-37. They're up by 9 right now in North Melbourne. Let's see where it starts.
19 now for Davies Uniacke. That's not his best. Famous number 1 at the Blues.
Oh, that was horrible. Horrible miss. Uh-oh.
As he works his way through, gives it off to Tucker. Ugly sort of a ball for the Kangaroos.
Moment, Paddy Cripps starting to get tired and he's starting to get busy.
Carlton. Bono's got the ride here, but in front, Pitnet was strong.
Think about the... watch this.
50,000 in the house. Motlop.
Boom! So now Carlton takes the lead. 49-46, 10:45 left in the third. Almost halfway through the third quarter. This is an incredibly tight game. Well-fought match from both sides. Now the rest of the way, North Melbourne's only going to score 2 more points. That's it. Just 2 behinds. That's it. And Carlton's going to score 24 more points. 24. They're going to score 24 more points in the next 10:45. And they're only going to get 2 behinds. What happened to North Melbourne in the second half of the third quarter? What happened?
Curnow flew. Cunnington has immediate company.
Here we go. Boom.
Hand pass to Fisher. Fisher from 60 out, goes to the pocket. Mackay. Bend this through. The banana doesn't bend enough.
The football in 5 numbers. Fisher over the top. Durden.
Wait a minute. Where was that going? This is like a free throw in the NBA. Like, how do you miss? You're a professional basketball player. You're at the free throw line. Why? Because you got fouled and you get 2 points. 2 free shots. You should be able to hit both of them. You are a professional basketball player. This man right here. Now, this is not as bad as the Mackay miss. Oh, the missed goal can. If you didn't see it, please look it up. If they don't show it, it happens in the fourth quarter with around 5 minutes left, I think, somewhere in that area. 5 minutes or below, somewhere around there. I'm hoping they show it in this highlight. But how does this...
Bend this through.
So Mackay had 2 bad misses in this one. The other one's so bad I forgot about this one. Now, look, this is a free kick. Just like I'm saying, a free throw in the NBA. How do you miss that? How do you miss anything? Like, where is this going? Oh, my gosh, man. What a shank. Woo, what the heck was that? Oh, it was awful.
The football in 5 numbers. Fisher.
They have to show the other one.
Durden.
Well done to Durden.
Look at that hook. That was a great hook shot. See, now that's different. Look at that hook shot. Watch the ball curve right in for a goal. Now that is professional kicking right there. Look at that. What a curve.
Collins, brilliant. One hand collects. Scott.
Fisher bears down. Sheezer takes him on. Zerha from fit. Common to Zerha.
Uh-oh, look at the score now. 61-47.
Get to Govern.
Back to Motlop. Honey's got to go. Howett. Zeeble has a pipe. Curnow factor that was a worry for North.
So in 2 more minutes, they're going to score 12 more points. 12!
Coming in.
There's 6 of them right there.
Cripps. Honey. DeConey, who's having the telling say in this quarter. Breakaway.
Now, people will say, well, Curnow and Mackay are too tall. They started overwhelming the young defenders. This is what I keep saying young, the smaller defenders. This was too much for them. Well, if that's the case, then that should have happened in the first and second quarter as well. Some type of breakdown on the Roos defense besides Curnow and Mackay getting 10 goals between them. Why did that all come together in that third quarter? It all fell apart. Is that the only excuse? Because if it is, then how come North Melbourne hung in there for the first, second, and then fourth quarter? It's a mystery of the game, I guess. Let me know. Let me know your thoughts. I want to know. Because a quarter like this happens, I've seen in my short journey here, a quarter like this happens, and I want to know why. There's always one blowout quarter in all of these games. One blowout quarter. Regardless of whose team it is, what match it is. I've been beating this horse to death at this point, right? So, beating this point down too much. Just let me know.
LDU, Sheasel, Goldstein. Clever kick in the end. Strikes it well. The carry.
Honey and Mackay are deep. Mackay's the deepest. Charlie goes over to you, mate.
Oh!
On the right, no good. So we see also.
It's a beautiful kick. Not
He's Uniac, the number 9s. Curnow's in the seat here to take the mark. He can't. For the 9th time in his career, Curnow.
Oh! Curnow's just killing it out there.
Arms here. Kangaroo.
The dangerous territory again. At the back, Silvani. He's sick of.
In front of Sheasel, who can kick from 45. He's
just having fun in the schoolyard. And Mackay spots a free man. We do want your money, honey. Just look home.
4. Drove it low.
Oh, good hit. See, good turnover. I like that. That's heads-up play. Good hit. Now, he wasn't a look at this. Bang. He had no one to go. Look at all the Blues surrounding him right now. He had nowhere to go with this ball. Great hit. Great hit. Great surrounding. Good defense right there by the Carlton Blues. Bang. He had nowhere to go with that thing. Nowhere.
False way, so they play off Stevenson slot. And he has got some.
Oh! Did that go off the side of his foot? What a shank. Look at his kick. Whoop. Look at that. Right off the side of his foot. Had to have been. Ah!
It's still up his sleeve. Turner to the goal unguarded.
Pitnet's the deepest. Ed Curnow. Is he going to head towards his brother? He is.
Runs to 50. We know he's got the journey. He doesn't have the accuracy. Maybe he's passing to the Blues. To Koning, Curnow, Motlop. Motlop's kick looks good.
Boom! Look at this. Now they're really just pulled away.
He's had a tough day. Bending it.
Big for Hollands. Hewitt looks for Mackay. Motlop gets crashed. Really signs outstanding. Curnow again. Where's Charlie? He's there, but
a bending ball towards forward. Zerha in front of Young. It was held
today, and also stars of the future. Yeah. There's around the corner. Shields.
So that's your final score, really. 107-84. North Melbourne's going to get another 6 points right here. And that's your final.
Another 12.
107-84, guys. What an incredible match up until that third quarter. Then North Melbourne fought all the way back. They fought all the way back in this thing. But they let that lead get away. Let me know, guys. Anyway, I'm enjoying this. This has been an incredible journey for me. I'm getting to learn more and more, and I get up and watch these match replays. I watch them because I'm so enjoying them, man. And the more I listen to the announcers, the more I watch the game and play, the more I match up your comments. I screenshot a lot of you guys' comments and keep them in there and match them up and look for these kind of plays, kind of incidents, kind of fouls, what's wrong bump, what's going to go to the tribunal, that sort of stuff. Listening to the announcers and watching the game in hand. Thank goodness that we could pause games, right? Pause TV now. So you can hear that in these match replays, you can hear that. But even during live games, like when I do my Rangers and Knicks playoff games, I'm doing live streaming the Yankees today. Whether you see this or not, I'm live streaming the Yankees all season long anyway. The Rangers and the Knicks are in the playoffs. Watch some of these things with me. I'll show you. I can teach you in the highlights, man. If you already know about the sport, let's just have a good time. If you want to see what I look like doing my own teams, come check me out on my live streams. Come check me out while I review the highlights of the Rangers and Knicks when the playoffs start on April 15th. Is basketball. April 17th is NHL, is hockey. So I think that would be the day after for you. You guys are a day ahead of us. So it would be the 16th and the 19th for you guys. So check out my videos on those as well. Anyway, guys, this has been an incredible journey for me. Please, please let me know what I did right, what I did wrong, what I need to work on. I got it already. Mackay is not McKay. Mackay. Got it. From this point forward, I'll be saying that as well. Thank you so much, guys. Please subscribe, hit the bell notice, hit the like button, drop the comments down below. You'll find the link to this video in the comments down below. I'm Johnny Basement. I'll see you on the next video, and I am out.